Hey y'all, I am so excited to be back with you to share another little golden nugget for you to take with you on your unique by design journey. You ready? Here we go. When you learn how to let go of some of your stuff, it could be the very thing that could save your life. Let me say it one more time. When you learn how to let some of your stuff go, it could be the very thing that could save your life. Now, let me give you an example or give you a little story to help you understand what I mean. So for those of you who don't know, I am a flight attendant and I love my job. And a lot of times people don't understand that the number one job flight attendants are there for is to keep the passengers safe. And because of that, the Federal Aviation Administration, the FAA, has put some rules and regulations in place that they deem necessary that we follow and make sure the passengers are following in order to keep everybody safe in the event of an emergency, right? So one of the things that the FAA says that is important is that for taxi takeoff and landing, everybody's bags has to be secured either in an overhead bin or underneath the seat in front of them, right? So, and especially for those passengers who have just a wall in front of them instead of a row of seats, all of their bags have to be put up. Even small bags have to be put up in the overhead bin and secure. This past trip I had a couple people who had that wall in front of them instead of the row of seats. They couldn't put their bags up under the seat, right? Because they didn't have a seat in front of them. So that means all of their bags have to go up. And I was telling, it was two ladies actually, I think on two different flights. They really couldn't understand and they were very hesitant with me and about putting their bags up. And this is not the first time that's happened. It's so many times, so many flights I've worked that, you know, I'm telling people the rules that we have to do this and they're very hesitant and they just want to hold on to their bags like the bag is gonna walk off the plane. And they don't understand the safety measures behind it, because if you think about it, airplanes are such massive objects, right? So if, for instance, we hit any type of impact, the impact is going to be massive. So if you think about it just for a moment, imagine with me if an airplane hits some impact and people's bags are not put up properly, especially like a woman's purse where the purse still might be unzipped or whatever, the contents of that bag could fly out everywhere, you know, and possibly injure someone. It could be, if we have to get off the plane in a hurry, if we have to evacuate the plane, it could be in someone's way where it's slowing down the amount of time that they're using to get off the plane. So people really don't think closely or pay attention to the fact that, okay, we're not telling you this for, you know, to be rude or anything. We're telling you this for your safety. It could literally, letting go of your stuff just for a couple minutes could literally save your life or a fellow passenger's life. So that's the example that I had when I had worked this trip, and I was thinking about how these women were like clutching onto their purses, and they were so hesitant about letting me put them up. And I'm just like, wow, you know, how can this relate to my life? Like, I can literally, the emotions, negative emotions, my negative mental state, any trauma, anything that I've been through negatively in the past, if I can let those things go, it could literally save my life. So what is it? I want to ask you a question. What is it that you're gripping and holding on to? And I know that I always talk about emotions and, you know, your mind and that bitterness or hatred or, you know, those types of things that you might be holding on to. But I also want you to think about not just those intangible things today, but how about those tangible things? I think sometimes we actually hoard on to our stuff, our, you know, belongings like purses, bags, shoes, clothes, cars, things like that. I actually have a car that God showed me. He was like, it's time for you to let go. Like, I got a new car, didn't trade in my old car because it's something about my old car that's just comforting to me, and I didn't want to let it go. I don't want to let it go. But just in the past couple weeks, God is just like, let it go. It's time to let it go. So as I'm on my journey, I just like to share with you what God is teaching me. So I want to ask you the same thing. What is it on your journey? What is it, tangible and intangible, that you are holding on to that it's time to let go of? Because I want to let you know that letting go of that very thing, letting go of those very things, could be the very thing that saves your life and propels you toward the future, the great, grand, beautiful future that God has in store for you. So what is it? Think about it this week. That's your assignment for this week. That's the challenge for this week. Think about those intangible and tangible things that it's time for you just to release and let go of. Because I'm telling you, it could save your life. So that's it. That's all I have for you today. Think about it, pray about it, meditate on it. And until next time, keep striving on your unique by design journey. Let me know what you think, and go visit my website, www.uniquebydesign.com, and that's www.uniquebydesign.com, and go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Keep striving on your unique by design journey. Until next time.